Have you ever stopped to think that respect goes beyond simple formalities? It's like the backbone of our human interactions, a vital foundation for healthy, productive relationships. But what if I told you that maybe you were getting respect wrong? In this video, we explore one of the biggest misconceptions about human relationships and show how a lack of respect can not only destroy connections, but also affect your mental health and well-being. Get ready for a revelation that could transform the way you interact with the world around you. Let's discover together how to protect your dignity and improve your interpersonal connections once and for all. And don't forget, we want to hear from you. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a meaningful conversation about the importance of respect. Because after all, respect is not just a courtesy, it is the central pillar of healthy and productive human interactions. When we find ourselves in the midst of a constant lack of respect, marked by behaviors that diminish or even completely ignore an individual's opinion and dignity, it's like warning lights flashing, calling us to action. These behaviors can reveal themselves in a variety of ways, from constant interruptions during a conversation to destructive criticism or even deliberate indifference to the other person's emotional needs. Each of these acts undermines the trust and security so essential to any healthy relationship. The persistence of this lack of respect serves as a clear sign that the relationship may be reaching a critical point, where a person's mental health may be put at risk. In such circumstances, walking away is not abandonment, but rather a vital measure of self-preservation. It is a crucial step towards maintaining mental peace and personal integrity, avoiding the erosion of self-esteem and the accumulation of resentment. Deciding to step away from a toxic dynamic is not only an act of courage, but also an act of self-respect. Reflecting on these interactions allows us to evaluate our own values and reaffirm our commitment to our own dignity. Establishing and maintaining clear boundaries is crucial in any healthy and respectful relationship. It's a powerful reminder that we deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and that we should accept nothing less in our lives. Setting and reinforcing our boundaries is not only a way to protect ourselves from emotional burnout, but also to create an environment where mutual respect can truly flourish. By confronting and acknowledging the ongoing lack of respect, we grant ourselves the opportunity for renewal and personal growth. It is during these moments that we learn to value even more those who treat us with the respect we deserve, and we understand that we should not accept anything less in our lives. It is a time of deep reflection on the role that respect plays in our lives and how its absence can be harmful both to us individually and to the broader social fabric. Recognizing these signs and acting accordingly is essential to developing healthier, more fulfilling relationships. The negative effects of relationships that consistently generate feelings of anxiety, sadness, or stress not only compromise our serenity, but also our ability to function in a healthy and virtuous way in our daily lives. Stoic philosophy reminds us of the importance of seeking mental tranquility as an essential state for the practice of virtue and a life well lived. However, when we find ourselves in relationships that continually disrupt this emotional balance, we directly challenge this goal. By being immersed in environments that destabilize us emotionally, we can experience a decline in our mental health, reflected not only in emotional discomfort but also in physical problems such as lack of energy, insomnia, or digestive disorders. These symptoms are clear signs that something in the dynamics of our relationships is not contributing to our well-being and needs to be carefully evaluated. It's time to become aware of the negative impact and take steps to promote our mental and emotional health. Understanding the impacts that these relationships have on us is the first step to starting a significant change in our lives. Protecting our mental health often involves making difficult decisions, such as setting limits or even ending contact with people who continue to cause us emotional pain. This is not only an act of self-care, but also an affirmation of our right to a healthy life and an environment conducive to our personal development. By distancing ourselves from negative influences and restructuring our relationships, we are not only preserving our mental health, but also strengthening our ability to live more fully and virtuously. This process may involve seeking support from friends, family, or mental health professionals who can offer the guidance and support we need to regain emotional stability and reinforce our commitment to a virtuous life. Remember, taking care of our mental health is an act of courage and self-compassion. It is a journey that leads us to recognize our value and prioritize our well-being. So don't hesitate to take the necessary steps to protect your mental health and create a life that truly reflects your values and aspirations. I'm here to support you on this journey, whenever you need. By cultivating and nurturing relationships that support and uplift us, we reinforce our commitment to tranquility and virtue, essential foundations for an authentically good life. Compatibility of values between individuals is crucial to the development of genuine and meaningful relationships. When we frequently encounter ethical disagreements and principles that do not align with our personal values, moral dilemmas arise that can cause intense internal conflicts. These disagreements are not just differences of opinion, they touch the essence of who we are and what we believe is fair and right. Constantly facing values that contradict our own can erode our inner peace and compromise our authenticity. Living in a state of constant ethical misalignment is like trying to navigate uncharted territory without a compass, where every decision seems to challenge our integrity and deepest convictions. This gradual misalignment can lead to the erosion of self-confidence and self-esteem as we try to accommodate or accept contrary values, running the risk of questioning our own identity and principles. This internal struggle can manifest as stress, anxiety, and a feeling of disconnection from oneself and others. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize and address these value discrepancies. Proactively establishing clear boundaries around what is acceptable in our relationships can help preserve our sense of self and maintain our inner peace. It is an act of self-affirmation and protection, ensuring that we remain true to our core values. In doing so, we create spaces where we can flourish authentically, surrounded by relationships that truly support and uplift us. Preserving our integrity often means making difficult decisions, such as reducing or ending interactions with people whose values conflict with ours. These choices are crucial to maintaining our authenticity and creating an environment where we can live in harmony with our own principles and beliefs. By making these choices, we not only protect our mental health, but we also reaffirm our commitment to living an authentic life, true to our values. These actions not only free us from internal conflicts, but also open us to deeper, more meaningful relationships based on a genuine alignment of values. A healthy relationship should be a haven of mutual support and revitalization, not a constant source of burnout. When interactions with someone leave us systematically drained, it is a clear sign that this relationship may be moving us away from our essence and hindering our full development. This exhaustion can manifest itself in many ways, such as emotional fatigue after encounters, loss of enthusiasm for activities that once brought us joy, or a persistent feeling of sadness and worry. These signs indicate that the relationship is consuming more energy than it is offering us, negatively impacting our mental and physical health. Furthermore, a bond that consistently drains us can obstruct our path to achieving our personal and professional goals. Instead of propelling us toward achievement, these relationships hold us back, impeding our progress toward authentic expression of our capabilities. Recognizing when we are in a relationship that is not aligned with our values and taking steps to protect our integrity and well-being is an act of courage and self-compassion. It's a crucial step towards building a life that truly reflects who we are and what we believe. Identifying and breaking the constant drain cycle in our relationships is crucial to our well-being. When we see this dynamic, it is time to consider reevaluating and possibly restructuring or even ending these interactions. Establishing healthy boundaries is critical to protecting our mental health and ensuring that our relationships are sources of mutual enrichment and growth. Prioritizing our well-being is not just a matter of self-care, but also a necessary step in ensuring we are surrounded by people who truly contribute positively to our lives, allowing us to flourish and become the best version of ourselves. By freeing ourselves from relationships that drain us, we make room for new connections that truly value and energize our spirit. Manipulation, whether emotional or behavioral, represents a serious violation of the Stoic principles of authenticity and honesty, essential values for building genuine and respectful relationships. This type of behavior involves using cunning tactics to influence or control others, often disguising true intentions and deceiving those involved. Relationships marked by manipulation distort the perception of reality of those involved, seriously compromising their ability to make free and informed choices. When we are under the influence of manipulation, our judgment is impaired, preventing us from evaluating situations with clarity and rationality. This can lead to a state of confusion and indecision, where we constantly feel insecure about our own perceptions and decisions. In addition to attacking individual dignity and integrity, manipulation exploits emotional vulnerabilities with the aim of obtaining personal advantages. Such behavior not only erodes mutual trust and respect, but also has a lasting impact on the manipulated person's self-esteem and emotional well-being. Therefore, it is vital to recognize and confront manipulative situations in our relationships. Identifying these behaviors allows us to take steps to protect our autonomy and integrity, whether by setting firm limits or, in some cases, completely distancing ourselves from the manipulator. By rejecting and removing the influence of manipulation from our lives, we are reaffirming our commitment to values such as honesty and authenticity. This is a crucial step in preserving our ability to make clear judgments and maintain dignity and respect, both for ourselves and others. By doing this, we contribute to a healthier life truly based on respectful relationships. If you are enjoying this content, don't forget to leave a like and, most importantly, comment with your opinion. Your comments are essential to me, as they help me bring this content to more people. And of course, if you find this content valuable, please subscribe to receive more. Lack of trust is one of the essential pillars in any type of relationship, whether personal, professional, or social. A persistent lack of trust can seriously destabilize the foundations of our most meaningful interactions. When trust is damaged or absent, we find ourselves perpetually on guard, unable to relax and share our true thoughts and feelings. This constant state of alert not only prevents the development of a deep, meaningful bond, it also creates an environment of uncertainty and tension. Without trust, each other's every word or action can be interpreted with suspicion, and small misunderstandings have the potential to escalate into significant conflicts. This atmosphere of mutual distrust can lead to a vicious cycle of fear and insecurity, where neither party feels safe or valued. Furthermore, a lack of trust compromises our ability to open up, completely restricting our ability to be vulnerable and authentic with others. Vulnerability is crucial to building deep, genuine relationships because it allows people to share their hopes, fears, and dreams. Without this, relationships tend to remain superficial and functionally limited. Recognizing and addressing a lack of trust is therefore essential to restoring integrity to our interactions. This may involve opening up and having honest dialogue about the insecurities and doubts each party may be feeling. By doing this, we are taking an important step towards more authentic and fulfilling relationships. Establishing and respecting clear commitments can be a crucial step in rebuilding trust in a relationship. In some cases, it may be necessary to seek help from a mediator or therapist to facilitate this process. Addressing these challenges is essential to re-establishing an environment where everyone involved feels safe, valued, and understood. Investing in rebuilding trust not only heals damage in relationships, but also strengthens our own ability to interact openly and meaningfully with the world around us. If you are enjoying these tips, don't miss the opportunity to purchase the ebook, Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges. You can find the ebook link in the pinned comment. Abuse, in whatever form it presents itself, represents a serious transgression against Stoic principles that value dignity and mutual respect between individuals. This type of behavior not only causes immediate and profound harm to the victim, but it also corrupts the moral fabric of human relationships, violating the essence of what it means to be respectful and virtuous. Ending abusive relationships is not just an act of self-care, but an imperative necessity to preserve our own serenity and integrity. Remaining in an abusive environment is incompatible with the search for a virtuous and balanced life, as defended by the Stoics, who see tranquility of mind and spiritual harmony as goals to be pursued. The decision to distance ourselves from an abusive relationship is therefore a fundamental step not only to protect against further harm, but also to reaffirm our own worth and respect for ourselves. Although this process can be challenging, it is essential to seek support from friends, family, or specialized professionals to navigate this difficult period. Choosing to end an abusive relationship is choosing a path towards recovery and reaffirmation of our dignity. It is an opportunity to rebuild the foundations of self-respect and mutual respect, redefining what we expect from both ourselves and others in terms of treatment and interaction. Taking this active stance in eliminating abuse from our lives is a courageous step toward a healthier, more harmonious future. Demonstrating a commitment to high ethical values and relentlessly seeking a state of well-being and respect that everyone deserves is an essential journey. The absence of growth or mutual support in relationships can create an environment of stagnation that significantly limits our individual development and our ability to contribute positively to the world around us. Growth and mutual support are crucial components that enrich both our personal journeys and strengthen bonds with others. Without these elements, relationships can become one-sided or merely functional, reducing interactions to mere obligations or superficial appearances, rather than fostering a true, mutually enriching connection. Regularly evaluating the dynamics of our relationships is crucial to ensuring we are in an environment that not only respects and values our contributions, but also encourages and celebrates our growth and well-being. This reflection may reveal the need to discuss shared expectations and adjust the course of interactions so that both parties can benefit and evolve. In cases where mutual support and continued growth are consistently lacking, it may be necessary to reconsider the long-term viability of these relationships. This does not necessarily imply an abrupt halt or separation, but may involve redirecting or redefining how interactions occur, ensuring that both partners can thrive and develop. Taking steps to revitalize or readjust these relationships can open up new possibilities for personal and collective growth, transforming stagnation into opportunities for learning and evolution. Interacting with sources of inspiration and progress is like feeding the soul, strengthening our ability to live fully and positively impact the lives of others. When we align our relationships with our deepest values and aspirations, we create a unique synergy that drives us forward. However, persistent selfish behavior can undermine even the healthiest relationships. A balance between giving and receiving is crucial, demonstrating a commitment to reciprocity and mutual respect. When one party consistently prioritizes its own needs over those of the other, it violates the fundamental principles of Stoicism, which values moderation and fairness in actions. The persistence of this selfishness can gradually erode the foundation of any relationship, transforming it into something one-sided and unbalanced. This not only undermines the mutually supportive structure necessary for a healthy relationship, but also affects the ability of both parties to maintain serenity and practice virtue. Recognizing and addressing these behaviors is essential for the sustainability of any relationship. It can involve an open conversation about mutual expectations and needs, seeking to re-establish a balance where both feel valued and respected. In some cases, it may be necessary to set clear boundaries or reconsider the dynamics of the relationship. Addressing these challenges not only protects each person's individual integrity, but also strengthens the relationship as a whole. This allows it to evolve in a more balanced and harmonious way, promoting an environment where altruism and mutual consideration flourish. On the journey towards virtue, we reinforce our commitment to the Stoic values of justice and virtue, fundamental to both personal and collective growth. And where it all begins and ends is in communication. Communication is the fabric that connects the threads of our relationships, shaping our mutual understanding and the depth of our connections. When the tone becomes critical, negative, or destructive, the damage is profound. Stoics, who value harmony and balance in human interactions, recognize the importance of communication that builds and builds, aiming for the growth and well-being of everyone involved. A pattern of communication that consistently affects us negatively not only undermines mutual trust and respect, but can also leave us emotionally drained and distant. In environments where words are used to diminish rather than elevate, we miss the true purpose of communication: to connect and enrich people's lives. To restore positivity in communication, it is essential to identify and directly address these destructive patterns. This may mean establishing clear norms of interaction that reject negativity and promote open, respectful dialogue. In some cases, guidance from a mediator or counselor can be beneficial in realigning communication toward a healthier, more productive path. Investing in building uplifting communication is not just a matter of following Stoic principles of upliftment in interactions, but also of creating an environment where everyone feels heard, respected, and valued. It is a transformative change that strengthens the foundations of our relationships, making them more resilient and deeper. To maintain meaningful, long-lasting relationships, it is crucial to establish constructive communication patterns that promote mutual respect and personal growth. Respecting the needs and limits of each individual is fundamental to ensuring healthy and balanced interactions. When personal needs are repeatedly ignored or disregarded in a relationship, it not only undermines self-esteem, but also limits the ability to live according to our own values and ethical principles. This lack of consideration can even impede our personal growth, restricting our opportunities to live authentically and fully. Recognizing and addressing this dynamic is essential to ensuring that our relationships are aligned with the values of mutual respect and consideration so valued in Stoicism. Clearly communicating our needs and expectations and maintaining firm boundaries may be necessary to protect our dignity and promote an environment of mutual respect. In some cases, we may need to reevaluate or even end relationships that continue to disregard our essential needs. By taking steps to ensure our needs are respected, we not only strengthen our position within the relationship, but we also contribute to creating an environment where honesty and respect can flourish, promoting healthier lives and more fulfilling relationships. When injustice creeps into a relationship, it not only challenges the fundamental principles of honesty and fairness, but also casts a shadow over the trust and emotional stability that are essential to sustaining it. The unequal weight of responsibilities can overwhelm one partner, generating feelings of resentment and frustration that gradually undermine mutual trust. Addressing these challenges requires a mutual commitment to honesty, self-evaluation, and open communication. Acknowledging faults, apologizing sincerely, and making genuine efforts to correct problematic behaviors are essential steps to promoting mutual accountability and restoring trust. By cultivating relationships based on justice and balance, we not only align ourselves with Stoic teachings, but we also strengthen the structure of the relationship. This creates an environment where trust can thrive and everyone involved has room to continually grow and develop. Imagine a relationship where mutual respect is the norm. In it, each person feels genuinely valued and heard, regardless of their opinions or points of view. This creates an environment of emotional safety where barriers to communication are reduced, allowing partners to freely express their thoughts, concerns, and desires. When disagreements or conflicts arise, mutual respect acts as a guide, guiding partners toward a peaceful resolution. Instead of seeking domination or victory at any cost, they strive to understand another's point of view, practicing empathy and understanding. This does not mean that they agree on everything, but rather that they are willing to find common ground and work together to find a solution. Furthermore, mutual respect involves recognizing and valuing the unique contributions that each partner brings to the relationship. This includes not only your skills and achievements, but also your flaws and vulnerabilities. By cultivating an environment where each person feels truly appreciated and accepted, mutual respect strengthens the bond between partners, fostering a feeling of deep and lasting connection. Relationships based on mutual respect also promote individual and collective growth. When each partner feels valued and respected, they are more likely to feel encouraged to explore new opportunities, pursue their goals, and become the best version of themselves. This creates a positive cycle of self-development and mutual support, where each person is encouraged to grow and prosper. Lack of respect can slowly erode the foundations of a relationship, undermining its stability and harmony. When mutual respect is not present, the dynamics of the relationship suffer profoundly. Instead of an environment of support and understanding, a fertile ground for conflict, resentment, and emotional disconnection emerges. Imagine a relationship where one or both partners do not feel truly valued or respected. This can manifest itself in many ways, from constant criticism to invalidating the other person's feelings and opinions. When a person constantly feels diminished or disregarded, it creates a cycle of negativity that undermines trust and intimacy. Lack of respect can also lead to conflict escalation. Instead of resolving their disagreements constructively, partners may resort to personal attacks, sarcasm, or contempt. This not only exacerbates the original problem, but also creates cycles of hurt and resentment that are difficult to overcome. Furthermore, a lack of respect undermines trust and emotional security within the relationship. When a person does not feel valued by their partner, they may begin to question their own self-esteem and worth. This can lead to a cycle of insecurity and anxiety, where partners are constantly on guard, fearing they will be judged or rejected. Ultimately, a lack of respect can lead to the breakdown of the relationship. When partners don't feel valued or respected, it's difficult to maintain intimacy and commitment. The relationship can become toxic and unsustainable, leading to a painful breakup or a feeling of resignation and unhappiness. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize the devastating impact that a lack of respect can have on a relationship. Prioritizing mutual respect is essential to maintaining a healthy and sustainable dynamic, where both partners feel valued, heard, and supported. Promoting mutual respect in personal and professional relationships is essential to cultivating a culture of collaboration, understanding, and mutual support. There are several strategies that can be adopted to strengthen respect between those involved, building healthier and more productive relationships. A fundamental strategy is the practice of active listening. This involves taking the time and attention to truly understand the perspectives, feelings, and needs of others. By listening with empathy and without judgment, we demonstrate respect for the other person's point of view and strengthen interpersonal connections. Furthermore, it is important to communicate clearly and respectfully. This includes expressing our opinions and feelings assertively, without resorting to hostility or aggressiveness. At the same time, we must be open to listening to what others have to say, recognizing and valuing their contributions. Another effective strategy is to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. This involves clearly defining what is acceptable and what is not in terms of behavior and treatment of each other. By communicating our boundaries respectfully and firmly, we foster an environment where everyone feels safe and valued. Additionally, it is important to practice empathy and compassion. By acknowledging and validating the feelings and experiences of others, we show respect for their humanity and dignity. This creates a climate of trust and mutual support, where everyone feels understood and supported. Finally, it is essential to cultivate a culture of recognition and appreciation. This involves expressing gratitude and recognition for the hard work, contributions, and achievements of others. By actively valuing the skills and qualities of colleagues and partners, we strengthen bonds of respect and camaraderie in all types of relationships. In short, Promoting mutual respect in personal and professional relationships requires a conscious commitment to active listening, respectful communication, establishing healthy boundaries, empathy, and mutual recognition. By adopting these strategies, we can build stronger, positive, and fulfilling relationships in all areas of our lives. Effective communication plays a fundamental role in establishing and maintaining respect in any type of relationship, whether personal or professional. It serves as a bridge that connects people, allowing them to express their thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and respectfully. When communication is effective, people feel heard, understood, and valued. It promotes transparency and openness, creating an environment where opinions are respected and disagreements can be resolved constructively. This is especially important when dealing with sensitive issues or conflicts, as open and respectful communication can help avoid misunderstandings and resentment. Furthermore, effective communication involves not just speaking but also listening carefully. This means being present and focused on what the other person is saying, without interrupting or making hasty judgments. By practicing active listening, people demonstrate respect for each other's point of view and create a solid foundation for more meaningful and constructive communication. Another important aspect of effective communication is choosing the right words and tone. It is essential to communicate clearly, directly, and respectfully, avoiding offensive, critical, or derogatory language. By choosing our words with care and consideration, we show respect for the dignity and sensitivity of others, thereby promoting an environment of mutual respect. Furthermore, effective communication also involves establishing and respecting individual boundaries. This means recognizing when a person is not comfortable discussing certain topics or when they need personal space. By respecting these limits, we demonstrate sensitivity and consideration for the needs and preferences of others, thus strengthening mutual respect. In short, the role of effective communication in establishing and maintaining respect is fundamental. When people communicate clearly, respectfully, and empathetically, they build healthier, more meaningful, and rewarding relationships, where everyone feels valued, understood, and respected. Recognizing and addressing disrespectful behavior in relationships is essential to maintaining the health and integrity of these interactions. When we are faced with attitudes or actions that disrespect our limits, dignity, or values, it is important to act assertively and firmly. The first step in dealing with disrespectful behavior is to recognize it. This requires a clear awareness of our own limits and acceptable standards of behavior. When something makes us feel uncomfortable, unappreciated, or violated, it's crucial to acknowledge those feelings and identify the source of the problem. Once disrespectful behavior is recognized, it is important to address it assertively and directly. This may involve clearly communicating to others how their actions or words have affected us and setting clear boundaries about what is acceptable and what is not. It is essential to express our concerns respectfully, avoiding reprimands or harmful criticism that could make the situation worse. Additionally, it is important to establish clear consequences for disrespectful behavior. This may include setting limits on the type of interaction we are willing to have with the person who is acting disrespectfully and being prepared to follow through if those limits are not respected. On the other hand, it is also crucial to examine our own behaviors and attitudes to ensure we are not contributing to disrespectful dynamics. Sometimes disrespectful behaviors are the result of misunderstandings, lack of communication, or toxic relationship patterns. Taking responsibility for our own actions and looking for ways to improve communication and mutual understanding can help avoid conflict and promote healthier relationships. In some cases, it may be necessary to seek outside help, such as counseling or mediation, to effectively address disrespectful behavior. A qualified professional can offer neutral guidance and support to help resolve conflicts and restore mutual respect within the relationship. In short, recognizing and dealing with disrespectful behavior in relationships requires self-awareness, assertiveness, and open communication. By setting clear boundaries, expressing concerns respectfully, and taking responsibility for our own actions, we can foster healthier, more fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect. The impact of self-respect on the way we relate to others is profound and fundamental to the health of our relationships. Respecting yourself means recognizing and valuing your own dignity, needs, limits, and values. When we cultivate a healthy sense of self-esteem and self-compassion, it reverberates in our interactions with others in many meaningful ways. First, self-respect empowers us to set healthy boundaries in our relationships. When we have a clear understanding of what is acceptable to us, we are able to assertively and firmly communicate these boundaries to others. This helps create more balanced and respectful relationships, where our needs and well-being are taken into account. Furthermore, self-respect influences how we allow others to treat us. When we value ourselves, we are less likely to tolerate disrespectful, abusive, or harmful behavior from others. This empowers us to recognize when a relationship is not serving us and to take steps to move away from it, if necessary, in search of healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Self-respect also affects our ability to establish and maintain genuine, meaningful relationships. When we feel good about ourselves, we are more likely to attract and cultivate relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. This creates a positive cycle where healthy relationships further strengthen our sense of self-esteem and self-respect. Finally, self-respect is essential to promote equality and balance in relationships. When we value ourselves, we recognize the importance of treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their position or status. This allows us to build more empathetic, collaborative, and compassionate relationships, where everyone feels valued and respected. In short, self-respect is a fundamental pillar for healthy and rewarding relationships. By cultivating a deep sense of self-esteem and self-compassion, we are able to set healthy boundaries, foster genuine, balanced relationships, and contribute to a world where mutual respect is the foundation of all human interactions. Cultivating empathy and understanding is essential to strengthening mutual respect in personal and professional relationships. Empathy allows us to put ourselves in others' shoes, understand their experiences, feelings, and perspectives. When we strive to truly understand the people around us, we build deeper, more meaningful connections based on mutual respect. By practicing empathy, we develop greater sensitivity to the needs and concerns of others. This helps us recognize and value your individual experiences, even if they are different from ours. When we demonstrate empathy, we show others that we care about them and are willing to listen and understand their unique experiences. Furthermore, understanding is key to promoting mutual respect. When we make an effort to understand the motivations and intentions of others, we are less likely to judge them hastily or unfairly. This allows us to approach conflicts and challenges in relationships with an open and compassionate mind, seeking solutions that take into account the needs and interests of all parties involved. Cultivating empathy and understanding also helps us overcome prejudices and stereotypes that can harm our interactions with others. By recognizing the common humanity we share, we are able to build bridges between different perspectives and experiences, fostering an environment of mutual respect and acceptance. Furthermore, empathy and understanding enable us to respond constructively to conflicts and challenges in relationships. Instead of reacting with hostility or defensiveness, we can approach differences with empathy and respect, seeking collaborative solutions that promote mutual understanding and reconciliation. In short, cultivating empathy and understanding is fundamental to strengthening mutual respect in personal and professional relationships. By practicing empathy and seeking true understanding, we build deeper, more meaningful connections, fostering an environment of mutual respect, acceptance, and collaboration. Now that we understand the critical importance of respect in relationships and how its absence can profoundly affect our personal well-being, it's time to act. Reflect on how you can apply these insights to your daily life. Change begins with awareness and solidifies with action. Share your ideas and stories in the comments below. Your contribution is vital to enrich our discussion and build healthier and more respectful relationships. If this content was useful to you, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Together, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.